In a faraway kingdom, there once lived a jester, a master of wit and laughter. He was the king's favorite, his jokes and clever tricks lighting up the entire court. Everyone loved him, from the cooks in the kitchen to the guards at the gate. One sunny afternoon, while performing for the king and his ministers, the jester, in a moment of playful fun, made a light-hearted joke about the king's magnificent crown. He meant it harmlessly, just another jest to bring a smile. But this time, the king's smile vanished. His face grew cold. "Do you think it's wise," the king asked, his voice low and sharp, "to mock your king in front of his council?" The jester's heart skipped a beat. He immediately bowed low. "Your Majesty, it was only a jest. I swear I meant no disrespect." But the king's anger had been stirred. "You have one last chance," he declared, his words echoing in the silent hall. "If you speak without thinking again, you will be banished from this kingdom forever." The jester took the warning seriously. For days he chose his words with extreme care, his usual playful spirit replaced by a quiet caution. The court felt the change. The laughter was not as loud, the joy not as bright. Then, one fateful afternoon, the king was in a very serious meeting with foreign envoys, discussing matters of state. The jester, lost in his old habits and not realizing the gravity of the moment, burst into the room and cracked a joke. The timing couldn't have been worse. The envoys stared in shock, and a heavy silence fell over the room. The king rose slowly from his throne, his face a mask of disappointment. "You have forgotten your place," he said, his voice filled with a sad finality. "A fool who does not think before he speaks is dangerous, not just to others, but even to himself." And with that, the jester was banished. He walked away from the grand palace gates in silence, leaving behind the only life he had ever known. As he journeyed into the unknown, he carried with him a heavy lesson, one he would remember for the rest of his life. Always think before you speak. Words, once they leave your lips, can never be taken back. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this story, please give it a like and consider subscribing for more tales and lessons. See you in the next video.